Mine and Emily's story starts August 1997. She came screaming into this world so fast that my mom puts it as, the doctor barely had time to get her gloves on. The little thundercloud was one of the cutest babies I've ever seen, and I absolutely adored her.
One of my favorite stories about Zach, the sweet potato fiasco of 2016. We had a Friendsgiving, and there was about 20 of us, so everyone brought something. He shows up about an hour late, we're already sat down, and he brings in this very small bowl full of 2 sweet potatoes. Might have been enough for like the kids' meal at Applebee's. And yet, here we are tonight. There's 100 people here, and he's helped set up a 3-course meal for everybody. And when it comes to Emily, apparently all of a sudden things change.
Emily was living with me at the time and rarely wanted me to meet anyone. The first date with Zach was no different. Finally, a couple of weeks later, I got to meet him. Family dinner. Little did I know, Emily finished dinner with a bottle of wine. It was not good. Zach was completely unfazed. He rubbed her back, held her hair, and even carried her up the stairs. Zach, you're the calm to her wild. Sometimes you add fuel to the fire, but it cancels out mostly because you do the dishes. It's so funny.
Dear Emily, every day with you is a new adventure. Whether you're showing me what a real bagel sandwich should be or getting half-off margs with me, each second spent with you is fun and new. When I left Saratoga and came to Cuse, I wasn't sure I would feel at home, but I came to realize quickly that home just means with you. From our first date to now, I've always known in some way that we would spend forever together.
I can't believe I'm marrying a man who had no idea what a bagel sandwich was, but I'm so happy it's you. Being able to learn and discover new things together is my favorite thing in life. You are my favorite person and the biggest pain in my ass, but I love every part of you. You are my favorite adventure, and I'm so excited for our future. I love you.
I don't know what everyone here thinks, but I'm not sure you could pick a more beautiful day for a wedding. But the real beauty of today is what takes place inside of here, and then what will go forth from here. And that's the beautiful gift of love between Emily and Zach. I think in all of literature, there is no reading more profound that speaks to love like this reading that you chose. And we've all heard it 1,000 times probably, and it never gets old. Love is patient, love is kind. Love hopes all things, love endures all things. Love never fails. That's the type of love that God calls you to today. That's the type of love that He calls you to put into practice in your relationship. But imagine the world if we had this type of radical witness to love. And so Emily and Zach, I would encourage you as you go forth to continue to read this passage and continue to try to live it out. There's something special about being invited to a wedding, and we get to come in and witness kind of the grandeur of everything that takes place. And you know, we get to see everyone dressed up and sparkling and looking beautiful. But there's something more to being invited to a wedding. We sometimes perceive our role as passive spectators, but you're called to be there to support them. The reason you're here is you've accompanied them. Many of you from the beginning of their lives, you've accompanied them, and now you're going to continue to do that, constantly reminding them of the love that they share for one another. I would just offer you this little piece of wisdom, and I think the vows that you're going to say to one another speak very beautifully about love. And you can just sum it up as you go through life. Never tire of saying to one another, I love you.
I, Zachary, take you, Emily, to be my wife.
I, Emily, take you, Zachary, to be my husband.
I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad,
In sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
And my friends, it's my great honor and privilege to announce to you for the very first time in public, Mr. and Mrs. Zachary and Emily Baldwin.
Baldwin is the most loyal man that you'll meet. He's stuck by my side throughout all of college. If you have a stupid scheme, he'll be there. If you ask him to go anywhere for you, he will go there with you.
I got to see your first steps. I got to see you lie that you fell off your scooter. I watched the high school evolution and the volleyball games. I was there for the college breakdowns and the weekends grabbing a Stella and jamming to music. I got to watch you changing from being a kid to now loving my kids. But I leave you both with a couple of things that has carried its way through both mine and your life, and I think it's the recipe for a strong marriage. When you are like this, you are weak. But when you are like this, now you can do some damage. And more importantly, we love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other. This is the hardest part of my speech. I'd like to make a toast. So for those of you that have seen Princess Bride, marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. And love, true love, will follow you forever.
And I'm so happy for you two and the person that you've turned into to be such a great husband for Emily. And I'm honored to be here by your side. So I hope everyone will raise a drink. This is to Emily and Baldwin, and to Baldwin cleaning these dishes when we're done. I heard him say it.